Well, I hope the wind ain't too bad on this camera right now. But I wanted to give you guys a review. I haven't done a review or haven't really talked much about my kayaks that I've been in lately. So I wanted to stop and take a minute, let you know what I'm using and my thoughts and what I think about it. So this right here is the Feelfree 13.5. It's the biggest kayak they sell as of when I got this one. So I really hadn't put a lot of miles on it. That's why I really hadn't talked about it much. But I do have 11.5 at the house, so I'll tell you about that when I get time. But I've put some miles on this thing today. We've almost went 20 miles, so about 16 17 miles so far. We got a few more to go. As far as a fishing kayak, in my opinion, I haven't been in a lot of fishing kayaks. I've been in a few. I've had a Bass Pro Shop brand, the Ascend. I've had that one for years. But I've been in a few fishing kayaks over the past few years, and I can honestly say Feelfree kayaks are good quality kayaks. If you ask me, they're really good, well-built kayaks. I've had a few issues, but I mean, you're gonna have issues with everything. I got this thing loaded down. It's muddy, it's dirty, and I've got probably, with the cooler, I've got a soft cooler with the cooler, and also this is the first time I've used this, but I've got my tent and a few odd and end stuff in there. Had some food in there. That probably weighs maybe 100 pounds altogether. It's not very heavy at all. Front hatch, let me show you here. Front hatch is pretty spacious. I've got some clothes I had on this, some dirty clothes, but it goes way back up in there. I've got a lot of stuff in there. I've got a rope tied around this post, and I got 3 carabiners in a line. That way some of my smaller stuff, smaller dry bags, I can hook on that carabiner and just shove them down in there, and when I get ready to use them, I'll just pull on that rope and pull them out. So works great. But this nose, man, it goes all the way up in here. I've got my little drone, can't see it, but I got a lot of stuff in there. There is a lot of room in that front hatch. And moving back to this hatch, I didn't really know. Let me move this paddle. I didn't really know how much I would like this. I didn't really know how much I would like this hatch or how useful it would be. But as you can see, it's got these bungees across the top. This is my camera stuff I always keep right here. And I keep a carabiner, clipped to it. And of course my snacks. I didn't know really how much use I would get out of this thing, but let me tell you, you can put a lot of stuff in here. Some people use them for a cooler. Some people use them for a live well. I mean, use them for whatever you want, but I've got some, soft plastics, a water bottle, and I went ahead and put my suntan lotion and my bug spray in there. That's just for this trip, but it's also got a plug, if you can see it or not right here. Let me show you. It's got a hole for a plug, and a regular boat plug fits in there fine. This bag here, that's just a poncho and stuff. Really not much. Toilet paper, some bare necessities is in that one. But yeah, I'm really surprised how much stuff fits in this little pack, in this little hatch. And it's sealed. It's got a seal all the way around it. So I really like it. It's a good little addition. And there's the real rod up in there. The only thing I do have a problem with these kayaks is these latches. There's 2 on that one. There's two that hold this lid down, and then there's this one. It just this one you flip up and then the whole thing comes out. But you know, and it locks back into place. These latches are a little aggravating sometimes to get to. This one right here is against this side piece, and you can't get your finger underneath it. You know, you have to kind of just pull it from the side. They're hard to get in there sometimes. You have to kind of work with them and get them just right. But anyways, that's, if I had a complaint, that would be my biggest complaint, would be these. This hatch here, it doesn't come with this hinge. I put a hinge on the back side of it. It's all stainless steel, and you know, that's pretty self-explanatory. You just put a little hatch on it, or a little hinge on it, and then you take, and I tied some knots in it, but yeah, you put a hinge on it and it makes it just a ton better, because this thing is just kind of useless without it. It just flops off, so you really have to put a hinge on it. And I keep my bare necessities in here, as a camera, battery charger, you know, flashlight, some nuts, you know, a few stuff I like to get to pretty quick. And the foot pegs are adjustable. You can flip this little thing, you can slide them. They got dirt in them right now, but it's full of dirt. And you slide them up and down, and you flip that back, and it locks back into place. I know that wind's terrible. But now this is something you can get anywhere. It's the little Yak Attack rod holder. This thing is awesome. I got one on both kayaks, and I got a cup holder. That's a DIY project, so it didn't come standard, but you have to put washers. I got regular, it's just the regular T-track, but if you notice there, I put a washer on it. You just put a washer on it. And these T-tracks, you can tell right here, I hadn't painted this one yet. I just took my Dremel tool and I notched it because it came back too far and you couldn't get into it. You couldn't get that washer in with this right here. So I just notched it a little bit. I need to clean it up a little bit. That was a quickie. And you take and put this in there, drop it down in there. As long as the washer goes underneath the T-track, which I just want to give me a fit. It's got dirt in it, and then you can tighten it up, and you know, it doesn't go anywhere. So that's a quick little way of getting stuff to, I gotta clean this dirt out of it. Good night. Oh my goodness. Anyways, but that's a good addition right there. Seat, I love the seat. It's one of my favorite parts about it too. I got it in the raised position right now. It's all the way up. That's usually where I keep it unless I hit some rough water. It just stays right there. Life jacket is right here, and you have these leashes for your rod holders. Got 2 rod holders, 2 leashes, and it's got a lot of room underneath the seat. Flip-flops, I got some machete down there, and also it comes with these right here. They're really my other kayak, I redone these. I took these off and redone them, but it's really kind of useless unless you're gonna strap, you know, add something to it. But I just tied a knot. I stuck it through there, tied a little knot in it, you know, and it ain't going nowhere. I don't even use the clips. Kind of useless, but these here are prone to breaking, so get you some extra ones. Unless you can find something like the Yak Attack track mount things that I need to upgrade, because these will break on you. They get brittle over time. You can tell these are already turning kind of white on top, but they're holding up right now. And you do get extras. I think I got 2 extras when I bought the kayak. There's 3 on each side. You get a drain plug, of course, handle, and this is my little going down the road, hanging out the back of my truck. I always just leave it on there, stick it underneath there. It's just tied into the handle there. So there's two handles, one here, one here. Pretty nice. But yeah, let's see, one more thing here. One more thing. Maybe a couple more things. The paddle has a place right here. It's a paddle park, I guess you'd call it, but it does kind of just, it's got these indentions, and it just really sits there. I mean, it's not, it'll fall off, but it does sit there, and you got this that'll hold it in place. And you also have these deals here. Now they'll hold your paddle, but really what they're for, these are to hold a rod. They have these rod tip protectors. You stick your rod in there, and then you come back here and lay your rod and your reel here and put that around it, and it holds it in place. Or you could use it for your paddle. Either way. If you're wondering what this is a DIY. I'm not really too scared to drill holes in my kayak. I bought it, it's mine, so I'm gonna treat it, you know, like I want to treat it. But this monopod that I'm holding, holding this camera, it's got a, let me see if I can show it to you. It's got this, and it's got the slip joints. This is a DIY project, but if you can see right there, it says Amazon Basics. I got it off of Amazon, but I'll try to link some of this stuff below if you'd like. You can go on there. And, I have a video showing you how I made this, and the links are affiliate links, so you know, I get a little kickback. It ain't much, trust me. But that's just some modifications. I like modifying my kayaks. People think I'm crazy. You're drilling holes in your kayak. Yeah, I am. Yeah. But I usually leave one rod laying down. The other one is up there because it catches tree branches and stuff on a river like this. Stuff everywhere, but that one is actually broke. If y'all watch the video on this trip, I think I had the camera on when I broke that. So yeah, I broke the tip off of that pole, slinging that pole. You know, you go back too far, and you know. But anyways, also on this side, there's another paddle park on this side, just like the other side. A holder right there, a little rubber thing to hold your poles, your rod. That's missing a bolt. No, it ain't. It's full of dirt. It's full of dirt. Yeah, your rod tips goes in there, and you can lay them down sideways. Transport them like that, and you can put in this kayak, it'll hold rods inside of it. You might want to tie a string to them because they'll be in the back, but yeah, you can shove your rods down inside of it. But I also have the Feelfree paddle. Now this is a 13.5 with the seat all the way up. That's a 260 centimeter paddle. See right there, maybe it'll focus. It works fine. I'm a little guy. I'm only 5'10", maybe. I used to be. I think I'm shrinking. But yeah, that's my Feelfree. And I decorated it with a few stickers. Look at there, Found My Outdoors and River Region Kayak Anglers. If you're ever up around the Wetumpka area, Montgomery area, them guys are awesome. The tournament fish is what that is. So yeah, that's my kayak, and that's basically all there are to it, really. I mean, it's a great kayak. I love it. So, but the 13.5 for trips like this, overnighters, you know, I just spent the night on the river by myself, and nothing like getting out there by yourself and enjoying it. And you know, I haven't seen a soul other than going under the bridge. I hadn't seen nobody in 2 days, so yeah, that's awesome, man. I hadn't listened to the radio, you know, just it's good to go disconnect like that. But anyway, back to the kayak. I love it. So I almost forgot too, the seat has these pouches on each side. There's one on this side, one on that side. awesome. Man, I love them pouches. You don't realize how much you would use something like that till they're there. I hope that lens ain't too dirty. I see fingerprints, but oh well. There's one on both sides of that, and I failed to mention this. Feelfree also has a pedal drive system that fits right in there. You have to get the rudder, of course, to steer it with, but it's the pedal drive. It just sits right down in there, and which is pretty awesome. Not a lot of kayak companies do that, and now you'll pay for it. It's expensive. That's why I don't have one. So if I did more tournament fishing, I'd probably invest in one. But yeah, that's I failed to mention that. The 13.5 kayak, it's a heavy kayak. It's 100 and with the seat, it's probably a little over 100 pounds, which it's not too awful bad. It's just long. But if you want to do overnight trips or long journeys, this is the kayak to get. Now, if you're going fishing in the lake for a couple of hours, I probably wouldn't get this kayak. If that's what I did mostly, I would go with the 11.5, which I have at the house. I've spent a lot of time in that seat, a lot more than I have this one. And if I was just fishing, I would, even tournament fishing, unless you were going to put a trolling motor on it, I'd get this one. But if you're not, if you're going to end up paddling, I would put the beaver tail rudder on, which I have on that one, and I would use it because it's so much lighter. It's really not. This one does track better than the 11.5. Of course, it's longer. All longer kayaks track better. So I mean, that's what they do. So, anyways, this is a beautiful place. I don't know if anybody's home or not, but there's a house right there. You can kind of see they got a light, little diving platform. Gosh, it's a beautiful river. But anyways, let me get off of here and give me a snack and get to paddling, because I got a headwind hitting me. So anyway, I've rambled enough. If y'all don't mind, hit that thumbs up for me. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, all that good stuff. And go over to Bama Outdoors /Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and I do have a website. BamaOutdoorsAdventures.com is my website. I try to do some blogging there. Yeah, y'all go over there and check all them places out, and we'll see you on the river somewhere.